Coming to you live from Pine Hills, Florida. This is the Young Casper Show. It has been a long time since I've done a podcast, so please forgive me for the rust. But I don't have no music in the beginning, and I only got 15 minutes. I have not paid for the upgrade. As you can see, I'm still trying to keep my sense of humor. You might hear some cars in the background, but I'm out on the porch doing this. It's been a testing season for me, as you can imagine, being a first-time parent. Congratulations to me, yes. But it's been rough, not being a part of the family part, so to speak, and from both parties. She being the baby mama is great with our son. And I've had my speculations, I've had my thoughts and different things in the beginning, but she definitely proved me wrong by showing me how much of a great mother she can be, because I see the smile on his face. So he's definitely being, taken care of. I'm saying it's a testing season because, starting over in life is never easy for anyone. But going through it as a parent, it's even worse. Divorce, or, in my case, we weren't married, but we wanted to get married. Everything happened so fast, and a lot of things just didn't go as planned. It's meant to be, but at the same time, both parties still have to put the energy and time into the whole relationship, marriage. But starting over could be a new job, it could be a new church you're attending, it could be a new location you've moved. I want to tell you that it's not going to be easy, but it also builds character. I have moved a lot in my life, which I've come back to where I first started when I was 1 to 5 years old in Pine Hills, Orange County. Now I'm back here. God has a way of taking you through some things just to bring you back home. And I believe that with this journey of life we have to go through. And I want my son to know and see me every time and know that I'm there, because that's all it takes for somebody that cares about you to be there. And that's what I want to make, a major point on this episode. Making it brief, might not be that long, but you just got to keep keeping on. We all have things that, hold us down. And it could be people, it could be a drug problem, it could be a drinking problem, it can be, any struggle that we all face doesn't come with, you've been through something's happened to you. It could be physically, mentally, spiritually, any aspect. Some of us are just thrown into these, congregations, so to speak, but into, and family oriented into, a Catholic church or even a Baptist church, and maybe, your beliefs are different. As you grow older, starting over, it's up to you what you do with this life. Your parents brought you into this world, but it's up to you and God. And that relationship with Jesus is, I'm not going to sit here and say it makes it easy, but it makes it more manageable. I feel as if I didn't have my faith, I'd be really stressed all the time. I have an incoming call coming in, but we decline that. Because this is the Young Casper Show, by the way. The M-Bar Show as well. I got a few names for myself, I guess you can say. Been around the block a time or two. But I also do freestyles, writing, music. You name it. I kind of do it. I just don't DJ, don't produce, nothing like that. But I'm definitely trying to get more back into doing live podcasts and getting into the music part again as well. It's been months. I've been kind of going through a little bit of homelessness, a little bit of working 2 jobs, almost at one point was thinking of working 3. So, from what I've encountered going through the homelessness and the struggle, my advice is just to never give up. And at the right time, and I got 1 call, 2 call, 3 call. I could have worked 3 jobs, but I ended up losing one, due to a lot of the moving around that we were doing, hotel to hotel and things like that. But now I have a place that I can say I can call home. It's temporary as well, but I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. And I want everyone else out there to be thankful for what you have as well. As families, we argue, but we need to be able to have the power to forgive and not necessarily forget, but move on from it. We've all made mistakes in our lives, either, personally or to the people that we call friends and family. Everyone's told a lie before. Everyone has hurt somebody. And we've all broken promises, and some more than others, some less than others, but it doesn't matter. One sin is a sin. It doesn't matter if you sin 1 or 100 times, it's still a sin. Just like, a lesson is still a lesson and a blessing is still a blessing. I'm so blessed to have my son in my life, and being able just to see him once a week it's tough on me because I want to be more a part of his life, and they know that, and, I got to have myself established as well, and I'm getting there, God willing. And I hope anyone that's going through that or has friends that are going through that, please check up on your friends. Just say, hey, how you doing? I would give the world for that, and I'm just thankful that I'm working, providing child support, being able to have visitation with my son, starting over, meaning, being single again and trying to get back out there and mingle, so to speak. It's not easy for some of us. It's really not. Especially not, when you've been used to somebody for 2+ years, and you've been with that person for a long time. Spent a lot of time with them. I cherished everything that we went through, good or bad. I don't regret. I know that I've said things before in text, and we've all been guilty of this, saying I hate you and stuff like that, but it's not that. It's just, you just hate the feeling of them gone, and them have letting go, and of feelings and emotions and attachments that, that you've let go too, but it still lingers. And I think we all go through that in different ways. We all have different brains. We all have different hearts. So we all handle it differently. I'm terrible at goodbyes. I will definitely mention that. With 6 minutes left, I just want to spend some more time just explaining what this show's going to really be about. I want to promote some rappers as well, and recording artists, not just rappers, but also podcasters. I want to be able to take this to another plateau. I believe the Young Casper Show is a great brand. It's a great name, and as well as the M-Bar Show, which is M-B-A-R, M-Bar. Mark Belcher, always ready. That's the slogan I'm going with, and I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking to it, and I'm definitely doing it out of Orlando, Florida. I ain't going nowhere. I'm home. And I appreciate life, no matter what kind of attitude I might encounter some days, especially if it's a Monday. Don't get me on a Monday. You don't want to see me on a Monday. No, but truthfully, I try to be happy going. I try to be optimistic, positive, and that's what I'm bringing to the show. And especially with my faith, we'll get into scriptures and things like that, but deep down, I just want to be real with you. Just live, raw, uncut podcasts, freestyles, and just winging it. No, not winging it, but also doing the Lord's work as well. But one thing I want to just continue speaking on is what we've been talking about, is starting over. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to think of yourself with another person. is something. Sorry, I had to take a sip. It's something that's hard, but it must be done. If the other person has moved on, it's time to move on. And, I've learned that. And, but respect is always due, especially if it's a parent and, you're going to have to deal with that kid for 18 years. I'm sorry. So there has to be some sort of civilization. There has to be some sort of respect. There has to be communication. And if you don't have those things, the child's going to grow up seeing that and then have problems in their relationships. And I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for any kid. The parents, we have to be an example for that kid because he's just soaking up everything right now as it is. But as he gets older and starts talking, it's going to be even more, and I want to be able to discipline my son in the right way, explaining, spending time. And that's what it's all about. Love and affection and time. We all need that, right? Amen. And I pray that, that we all get it together. No matter what we're going through, God still has a plan, and we must fulfill it. We can't come up with excuses. We can't come up with negativity. That's not going to get us anywhere. And if you're around people like that, I can't continue. I can't say like a lot of other people would say, or the slogan says, don't be around them, because sometimes that's your family. Negative and bitter people are just a part of life. We're going to deal with people like that. We're going to encounter people with that. And I just want to end it right here, that you just have to put yourself in those people's shoes that are difficult to be around and see how it really is. This is the Young Casper Show, and I'm going to be checking out here in a minute. Got 3 more minutes, but my love is forever. My son knows that. My baby mama knows that. Her grandma knows that. His grandma, and her mom. My mom, everybody knows. If I've spent time with you, that's love. Time is love. Love is time. And I've given you my time tonight, and I do thank you for pressing play. If you made it this far in the podcast, again, I'm definitely back, and I'm starting over. Relationship-wise, I'm starting over. I got 2 jobs now. I got a son. This is the start over peak in my life. I'm 30 years old. I got a bright future ahead of me, and so does my son. This is Young Casper checking out the Young Casper Show. And also check out the M-Bar. You can hashtag the M-Bar Show, the Young Casper Show. And that's how it goes, I've had 2 people call me while I've been on live radio, but during other times, nobody calls me. Just seems like there's always something trying to block me from what I need to be doing. Well, again, I hope everyone has a great holiday. Make sure you pray. Make sure you treat your loved ones with just time and love and affection. Again, this is the Young Casper Show. Just checking out.